Okay, for the next thing I want to show you is how to create a named anchor. So what I've done is I've taken my products page, and I've added just 30 items to it, just numbers 1 through 30. Now if I want to link to that number 30 so they don't have to scroll through that, you can imagine hundreds of items. I'm going to go ahead and put item 30 here. Well, let's go and make it. I'm going to go ahead and put item 29. So what I want to do is when someone clicks on this item 29, I want it to scroll down automatically and put the cursor in front of this right here, item 29. So I'm going to here, and I'm going to go to the insert menu, and I'm going to go to named anchor. I'm going to name this one item 29, or it can be any item, any name that you want. You just pick a name here and click OK. So now notice an anchor reference is shown here in the page. Now come up here, and I come up here and I want to select item 29. I want it to be an anchor reference to that anchor that I showed earlier. So I can go and select this item 29. I can go into the link. I can put the pound sign and then type in item 29 as the link. Press the tab to accept it. So I'm going to preview this in the browser. Make sure we save the changes before we view it in the browser. So once it loads, notice if I click on item 29, how it jumps down to where 29 is visible in the page without having to scroll down to it. So this is how you name a named anchor. Now I also can put an anchor here. So let's go and insert a named anchor. Let's call it top. So I could put on here and go back to top. I can come here and add an item description. And then I might also add a go back to the top link. So let's go back here. Let's change this link. Here I can put pound sign top. Press tab to accept it. Let's go ahead and save the file. Let's go now view it in our browser. When I click on item 29, it takes me to the bottom. When I click on this, go back to the top, notice it brings me back to the top where the top was right before the produce. I could put the top at where the title is, so if you want that to show, it will come back to there. So this is a named anchor within a document, and you can also reference it from outside the document to actually go to that particular location. So both of these are relative type links. Notice right here, all we're telling it to do is to load the events.html file in the same folder where this products.html resides. Now what I want to do is show you how to make an absolute link. Here we'll link to a file or a page that's not directly on our site. So let's go and open up the events.html page. At the bottom of the page, let's type in this page was created with Adobe Dreamweaver So now I'm going to highlight Adobe Dreamweaver because I want to make this a link. I'm going to insert a hyperlink. So notice Adobe Dreamweaver is a text already selected. In the link, now I'm going to type in the actual link itself. So type in http://www.adobe.com/products/dreamweaver.html. Now this is an absolute link. So when I go to split view, notice this is an absolute link. It gives the address that we typed in here. Now if we go and view this in the browser, go ahead and save the changes before we view it in the browser. So this is our page. Notice here it has a link now because it's blue and it's underlined. So if I click on this, it attempts to load the page that I typed in over here. So adobe.com/product/dreamweaver.html. And notice the Adobe Dreamweaver CS6 site comes up. Okay. So this is an absolute link we made up in our document to link to a page that was not on our site. So let's close this. Okay, notice that when we clicked on this link, it opened up in the same page. What happens if we want to open it up in a different page so we can keep our page still up there while a new page shows up? So let's save this time, take the target and make it blank. This will open up a new window. Let's go ahead and save the file again. Let's go ahead now and view this in our browser again. This time when I click on it, notice this page stays here and a new page opens up with Adobe Dreamweaver in this page. So now I have two pages open. One on the new site, which I'm going to close, and the one that we have back here. So that's the difference between the default with nothing, where it puts it in the same one, okay, or using the underscore self reference, okay. So let's close that one. The next type of link I want to do is to show you how to create an email address link. So I'm going to come back into the events page. Now notice when I just hit enter, it puts this blank line between this. If I don't want that blank line there, I'll hold the shift key down as I hit the enter key,